WATE 6 on your side legal analyst Greg Isaacs is with us now to talk about some of the demonstrations we've seen around the country over racial injustice. Thank you so much for being with us.
Lori, it's good to be here.
So here's what we're focusing on, the response, specifically the idea of deploying troops for law enforcement. And there is an act that pertains to this, the Insurrection Act.
There is a seldom used federal law, but it has been used throughout history at times in our nation when it's very volatile. And let's talk about what the act says. If there is a request by a governor or state government, the president can send in federal troops. If it becomes impossible to enforce laws, he can send in federal troops. If the Constitution mandates it, for example, equal protection, he can send in troops. Also, before you do, you have to issue, if you are the commander-in-chief, a proclamation to disperse. So you have to give the insurgents, and actually the act used the people in the rebellion a chance to disperse and not be in the crossfire of the federal troops. But it's
reading up on this, though, let me ask you really quickly. People say this is unique, but actually it's been used before.
It's been used before, but never in the 21st century. It has been used by Abraham Lincoln when the Civil War, his basis to put troops in other states. I mean, federalism's a very key concept, states' rights versus federalism, and there is a hard and fast line. It was used by President Grant to round up some of the KKK. It was used by President Eisenhower during desegregation in Little Rock Central High School. The famous case, Board of Education. Federal troops actually escorted 9 students after the Supreme Court ruled to class. It was used by JFK to desegregate Alabama. It was used by
President Bush.
President Bush twice. Bush 41, Hurricane Hugo, he sent troops to the Virgin Islands. Also, Rodney King. We forget about that.
1992.
When Martin Luther King was assassinated, there was tremendous riots.
National Guard came out. And the National Guard was called in to D.C., especially from our area, didn't stay.
It didn't stay. So now we have a unique situation in Seattle where a group of protesters have set up a 6-city block autonomous zone. President Trump on a daily basis threatens to bring in federal troops. The local government, the governor and the mayor says, we don't want your help. Interesting, when Bush 43 wanted to bring in federal troops for Hurricane Katrina, the governors balked. Actually, all 50 governors signed a proclamation demanding that he not bring in federal troops. So this is always a very touchy situation, but it's been used at times of great unrest, and we'll see what's going to happen. But the states in this point, you know, normally they're asking for help. Now they're asking to be left alone, let us handle our problems. The president's saying, hey, you're not enforcing the laws, I'm going to do it if you won't. And I think under that act, Lori, he's got the authority.
All right, Greg, thank you.
Thank you.